up, make up, party scene. She'll grab some wine, we'll all unwind, and we'll have a funky time. Black, white, dopamine. Oh, what's up, jump off, keep it clean. Drink some wine, relax on mine, and sit back, enjoy a ride. What's your problem? What's your problem? What's your problem? What's your problem?
What happened, maybe?
Let's get to this question. Are you sure you're straight?
Yes.
Okay, and how are you sure you're straight?
I prefer to be with men.
Okay. Physically or emotionally or both?
Probably physically.
Okay. How about you?
Probably physically as well.
So where do you guys get that emotional? You feel emotionally you're more drawn to women?
Yeah, because, you know, it could be emotions. You never know, like, if it's a girl or a guy. They both
Shades
have,
of gray, if you will.
They both, they both have emotions. They both have feelings. But in the physical aspect, it's obviously different.
Yes.
I think women are more emotional and
Women
men
are
are a little more
definitely
physical.
Yeah.
What do you
Women
think?
are more emotional.
Emotionally, I need to be with a man. For that, that's how I feel. But physically, I think it's easier to be with a woman physically.
Really?
It's just sexual. If you're sexual, and it's, you know,
But it's,
in the heat of the moment type of thing, it's easier than to emotionally be connected to something that you're not sure. I don't know.
I think
That's
men
what
are
I
more
feel.
physical.
men are more physical.
Women are more emotional. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
No, as creatures. Like, men are just physical, women are more emotional, but I feel like it's easier. That's just my opinion.
What's easier?
It would be easier to physically be with a woman, for me anyway, than
Why?
emotionally be with one.
Because your emotions aren't as involved as they are with a man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's I get it.
They are.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
by easier, you're saying you're not going to have to contend with your emotions.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
there you go.
Right.
I got
Okay.
it. I just got that too.
Sorry.
What would you say? What would you guys heard her read this letter to Rachel? If Rachel wrote this letter to you, what would you?
You know,
tell
she
her?
sounds like she just has confidence issues.
yeah, I was just
She's
telling
not
people,
confident
yeah.
in her body or whatever she said.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's probably
She should
more.
love herself more and be more confident, and then it'll be easier to love someone else.
What do you think?
I agree with that. I think you need to love yourself first before you're looking for anything else.
Rachel, you said something that the first time I read your letter that stuck out to me, which was you were afraid of being judged, and then you followed it up with, but I hate the way I look, and I hate this about me, and I hate that about me. So you hate being judged, and then the very next thing you did was judge yourself. Everyone's being judged all the time, but performers are being judged as a rule,
Right.
you know, and so how did...
That wasn't me, that was coming.
Hearing weird sounds. Excuse me, pardon me.
Everybody's being judged in the world all the time, but as performers, you're being judged as a rule.
Yeah.
And just, what would be your 2 cents on how you deal with that as a dancer when you know you're being judged? How do you stay true to how you want to express yourself?
Well, mentally, I'm like, I have to just accept who I am on the outside, because a lot of the times, like, you're both like thick, and I'm like, I'm not thick. Like, there's a lot of really skinny dancers out there, but like, I have a shape, and I have to accept that. And it's hard sometimes because, like, when I go to auditions and stuff, they're like sticks, and it's like I feel very self-conscious about my body. But I really just have to be like, this is who I am. I just have to work with it.
Because if
And
you
who
weren't
cares?
you,
Yeah.
then who would you be?
Exactly.
You would just be somebody else who
Right.
wasn't you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that made sense. And Courtney, how do you feel about being judged?
Honestly, in the same aspect as she said, you need to be confident about yourself. As soon as you step onto that stage or outside the door, wherever you're going, and once you have that confidence, then really you can take yourself wherever you want to go.
But how do you do that? Like a practical thing, how do you do that? How do you accomplish that?
I think it differs for everyone. Me personally, if I stand in front of the mirror every morning and just be happy about the life that I'm living and be happy about myself every morning, and I'm fine. I'll walk out the door, great. But maybe for someone else, you need to find that motivation in a different aspect. I think it varies.
Yeah.
How about you? Because you're the front one on stage with these guys.
Well, they're fierce performers to work with, so I just, I don't really think about it too much.
Did you ever?
No, not. I mean, I just kind of go out there and do it, and I wish there was I don't really think about it. Of course I know that people are like, maybe she should be like this, maybe she should do that, but I just, live my life out loud.
Now, Karen deals with people judging her by styling other people. I don't like Karen. I'm kidding. Rachel, Karen?
I think she should follow her heart. That's what I think she should do. Yeah.
Everybody is different. So you can try to spend your life being what you think everybody else wants you to be, and you are still never going to make everybody happy. There's going to be people who like what you are and people who don't like what you are. Always. So why not be exactly true to exactly who you are?
Work.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That deserves a round of applause.
I like these girls. They can come back.
I just think
It says, Dear Cathy, I have known I was gay since I was 9, but I grew up in a non-compromising religion. So being out was never an option. So since I found out I have been battling with depression, to this day, the only reason I'm alive today is because of my friends who constantly reflected back to me that I was normal. During high school, I decided to come out to my parents. My parents did not react very well to me telling them. They told me that if I was out, that they would not allow me to hang out with my friends, that the only thing I could do is go to school, home, and church. Going with the way I was raised and complied, I was yet again battling with depression. Now that I'm headed to college, I'm trying to decide if I should continue to comply and continue to them to make them happy, or to finally make myself happy. I feel that either one I chose, I will lose something along the way. Please help me.
She grew up in a religion that's like not, supportive of that, but there's a fault in that. Everyone thinks that God hates people who are gay. That's so not true because it's totally not in the Bible. God loves everyone, and you just have to. It's just hard. It's a hard topic to talk about.
You have to consider your sources. Who
Right.
taught it to you?
Exactly.
What are their ulterior motives? And I don't just mean your parents. I mean going back before that.
People make up shit all the time.
Yeah. When different sectors of religions were born, you have to look at the way that they changed things to suit their needs.
Mm-hmm.
They were written by human beings, not by God.
Right.
So God is in here. Look for the answers in here. And when someone says God hates ... I've already turned them off because
Bye.
they don't get it.
Right. No.
God, the concept of God, however you see that, whatever your religion is, it is never involving hate. I don't believe that
It's
at
all
all.
about love.
Yeah. I don't believe that at all. That hate is only fear-based, and what does God have to be scared of? Okay.
That deserves another round.
What's your problem? What's your problem? What's your problem? What's your problem?
Group hug.